Hello, today is still Friday, August 26th. This is video 28 in my series, Our Courts Are a Joke. Now, this is not professional legal advice. This is just the ramblings of a 55-year-old man screwed over in the family court of Ontario, Canada, and looking to try to affect some change for not just my rights, but that men in general. So, I can be reached at ourcourtsareajoke@gmail.com. Please put some comments in these videos. Please share them with friends. Subscribe to my channel, and let's try to make some change. So, I am currently employed with the City of Toronto, where I have been since 2017. And I work down at Toronto Ferry Services. And we were in the news on Saturday as we had a ferry that crashed. And crash is a bit of a strong word, but I did have a little problem docking. Now, as an employee of the City of Toronto, I'm not supposed to be speaking about all this. No, I did an interview with CP24 here in Toronto while at work, and they pointed out to me that I was not supposed to do that because it is actually in our collective bargaining agreement, as well as everywhere else written, that we are to refer any media to our own department with the city. So I'm not making any comments here today, as you know, on behalf of the City of Toronto. I am just have my shirt on because I came home from work and I don't have another shirt, and I don't want to appear topless on these videos. So there is an investigation ongoing, and that'll be dealt with in due course. And the ferries are safe if you come down there and enjoy the islands of Toronto. Now they call it Center Island or the islands, whatever. There's actually, I think, about 12 islands. A couple of them are inaccessible, but beautiful parkland. Come down and enjoy. There's a few weeks left of summer. And why did the ferry crash? Now that is the title of this video. As I'm putting that on to try to just get some attention to my channel, which is why I did the interview with CP24. I steered the conversation towards my channel, but unfortunately they cut that out, which obviously is beyond my control. Now, CP24 did that interview, and I tried to get on with another channel, and I guess they knew better because they said, sorry, we can't interview you wearing a City of Toronto shirt. So they knew, like, just don't talk to me, talk to the media department with the city. So again, this is not any kind of comment on behalf of the City of Toronto. This is just my channel. Our courts are a joke. And I am just trying to, bring some attention to the family court system of this province. And they are a joke. The courts are a joke. Now, today I was on the phone with FRO, Family Responsibility Office. Now, the court system has this entire department to collect from men that have now left their relationship. So when you get married or you step into a relationship, if she wants to do nothing, if she wants to sit on the couch, watch TV, get fat, not give you any loving, nothing, whatever, you are powerless about that. Now, that was the problem with my first wife. She didn't get fat, but she just, we had some problems from that, the abortion we had, and she just didn't want to do anything I said. So she sat on the couch, did nothing for 10 years. I waited and waited and waited, and eventually I had enough, and I split up. Now, once we separated and end up in the court system, now the judge tells me, how many hours I have to work, how much I have to pay her, and that. And the fact that, she refused to do anything for that 10 years doesn't mean anything. And it says in law that the behavior of any spouse means nothing, in the judgment, right? So somehow when you leave a relationship, you have just lost all your rights as a person, as an individual. And, this needs to change. Like, this is crazy. Now, we didn't even have kids. Now my ex does have obsessive compulsive disorder, which she actually had, 10 years before she met me, right? And after we split up, she got a new doctor. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that doctor, but none of the other doctors ever said she had a problem. And anyway, she finds this new doctor who puts her on disability. And a disability, said, go after your husband for support. Now, we had already signed an agreement and everything that I wasn't going to pay her any support. And that didn't matter because, agreements written by the woman, in court don't mean anything, right? Like, it's okay, just throw that out, no problem, right? So anyway, that's another part of the problem. Now, I ended up, her lawyer, Mary R. McLaughlin of McLaughlin and Kruk, realized that our continuing record was separate, and it's not supposed to be. and that was a mistake by the court staff that they started a second file, right? So she put in a motion for interim support and knew that the judge didn't have my half of the continuing record, right? And silly me, I didn't understand the court process and whatever. I thought, the judge sits up high there. I can't see what's on his desk. I figured he had read my file, right? And I didn't understand. Like, you have to point his finger to this, and this, right? Anyway, that was the start of the problem. And once you fall behind in a step in the court, like, you're screwed. Like, if you lose a motion, whatever, that just carries on. It doesn't matter. You try to prove that was wrong, whatever. They don't care, right? Because one judge doesn't want to point out that that other judge made a mistake, right? It's a very small group of judges, and you're trying to show it, that a judge screwed something up. Like, it ain't gonna happen, right? Anyway, then we had the trial before Justice Conway, and she just, like, totally went out of her way to screw me, and by the end of the trial didn't even hide that fact, right? And yes, I am on YouTube accusing one Madam Justice, the Honorable Madam Justice Barbara Conway, of being a corrupt judge, and this needs to be investigated, and that's what I am asking for. And it ain't going to happen because our political system doesn't want to interfere with the judicial system. And now I understand that why these systems are separate, but when you have corruption, it needs to be investigated. And I'm saying that with a straight face, that one Madam Justice Barbara Conway is a corrupt judge and needs to be investigated. And I'm demanding of that of our political leaders. Our political people. Leaders, they are not. But anyway, yes. So continuing on here, you know what? You really need to stay on top of things. Don't lose emotion, early, or else it's going to hinder you all the way, right? And anyway, this video is starting to get a little long. I'm trying to keep them short, and I'm kind of all over the map. I need to be a little better, and I focused, and I need to get a video out every day. And but anyway, title of this video was there to get your attention. So why did the City of Toronto ferry crash? Well, just wait for the Transport Safety Board to release a report. All of us that work there know what happened, but let the report come out. So anyway, with that, this concludes our video. I can be reached at ourcourtsareajoke@gmail.com. Again, this is not professional legal advice, nor is this a video on behalf of the City of Toronto. And it's a great place to visit. And you know what? It's a great city to live in. Hopefully we'll get it finished one day, construction constantly. Anyway, thank you. This concludes video, what did I say, 27? 28. Okay, have a good weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.